Okay, Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. So now we look at the concept of aneuploidy. Okay, so what is aneuploidy? So based on definition, aneuploidy means diploid cell. Diploid cell means to end, gain or loss one or more chromosome. Okay, so if the cell is normal, so means that the cell is diploid. Diploid means 2n. Okay, so what happened to the diploid cell? If it is gain 1 chromosome, so dia dah jadi 2n plus 1. So 2n plus 1 here we call as trisomy. Okay, and then what happened to the diploid cell if it is lost 1 chromosome? Okay, so this one kita panggil sebagai 2n minus 1. So the term for 2n minus 1 is monosomy. So how aneuploidy is occur? It is due to non-disjunction. Okay. So non-disjunction can occur in both meiosis 1 and also meiosis 2. Okay, so what is the definition of non-disjunction? Non-disjunction means failure of the homologous chromosome and also sister chromatid to be separate. Okay, so in specific, if non-disjunction occur during meiosis 1, so what happened to the homologous chromosome? Homologous chromosome fail to separate during anaphase 1. Okay, so normally kalau proses of meiosis 1 or anaphase 1 berlaku secara normal, supposedly homologous chromosome will separate and move to the opposite pole. Tapi kalau berlaku non-disjunction in meiosis 1, so what happened to the homologous chromosome? Homologous chromosome fail to separate during anaphase 1. Okay, and then what is the difference with non-disjunction during meiosis 2? Untuk meiosis 2, what happened to the sister chromatid? Sister chromatid fail to separate during anaphase 2. Okay, so since non-disjunction is occur, okay, either in meiosis 1 or meiosis 2, okay, so actually the importance of meiosis is to produce gamete. So what happen kalau berlaku non-disjunction? So what happen to the gamete production? It will become abnormal, and then the process of non-disjunction can occur either in autosome and also it can occur in sex chromosome. Okay, so what is autosome? Autosome means the chromosome beside the sex chromosome. So kalau kita tengok based on the karyotypic of the human, kita ada chromosome number 1 until chromosome number 23. But the chromosome 23 is specific for sex chromosome. So kalau dia adalah male, so that's the sex chromosome is XY. Okay, kalau dia adalah female, the sex chromosome is XX. So untuk autosome dia adalah the chromosome beside then chromosome 23, which is chromosome number 1 until chromosome number 22. Okay, Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. So now we look at the difference between the normal cell that undergo meiosis and also the abnormal cell that undergo meiosis, which is it will undergo non-disjunction. Okay, so kita tengok one by one. Okay, so kita tengok dulu untuk normal cell. Okay, so let's say this cell is 2n equal to 4. So bila berlaku meiosis 1, so what happened to the homologous chromosome? It will separate and move to the opposite pole. Okay, so means that in one cell here, dia akan ada 2 chromosome. Okay, because of what? Homologous chromosome is already separate. And then meiosis 2 is occur. So what happened to the sister chromatid? It will separate and move to the opposite pole. So means that kalau kita tengok based on this diagram, okay, so untuk setiap sel yang terhasil selepas berlakunya meiosis 2, since sister chromatid is already separate, so dia akan ada 2 chromosome. Okay, so means that all of this cell is haploid. So that's why kita namakan sel ni sebagai n equal to 2. So bila kita compare antara parent cell, yang mana parent cell tadi adalah 2n equal to 4, so at the end of the process of meiosis, so it will produce the gametes which its chromosome is 2 chromosome. So all of these are normal gametes. So kita compare dengan abnormal gametes dekat sini. Okay, so let's say sama juga the parent cell is 2n equal to 4. Okay, so berlaku non-disjunction in meiosis 1. So what happened to the first pair here, yang bahagian atas ni, it is fail to separate. So means that di dalam satu sel dia akan ada 2 chromosome di situ. Tetapi untuk second pair, okay, homologous chromosome is separate, so akan ada satu. So dalam satu sel di sini akan ada 3 kromosom, while di dalam sel yang satu lagi dia cuma ada satu sahaja kromosom. And then meiosis 2 is occur normally. So what happened to the sister chromatid? Sister chromatid will be separate. So kalau kita tengok untuk the first cell, di dalam sel ni dia akan ada 3 kromosom. Okay, sama juga dengan sel yang kedua akan ada 3 kromosom. Because of what? Sister chromatid is separate. Okay, why untuk sel yang kedua, setiap satu sel yang terhasil, setiap satu gamet yang terhasil cuma akan ada satu sahaja kromosom. So bila awak compare di antara normal gametes and also the abnormal gametes, supposedly the normal gametes dia mesti kena ada 2 kromosom. Tetapi bila berlaku proses of non-disjunction, macam kita compare dengan first cell here, dia dah ada lebih satu kromosom. So this one kita consider sebagai N plus 1 sebab dia ada 3. So supposedly dia ada 2 saja kromosom. So bila dia ada lebih satu kromosom, so dia dah jadi N plus 1. And then kalau kita compare dengan this cell, okay, dia cuma ada satu sahaja kromosom. So supposedly untuk normal cell mesti kena ada 2. Okay, so bila dia kurang satu kromosom, so here kita panggil sebagai N minus 1. So means that all of these gametes are abnormal because of non-disjunction. Okay, so now we focus on the non-disjunction in spermatogenesis. Okay, so actually the non-disjunction can occur in both sex chromosome and also autosome. So kita fokus dulu kepada non-disjunction in sex chromosome, in specific in spermatogenesis. So for process of non-disjunction in spermatogenesis, it can occur in meiosis 1 or it can also occur during meiosis 2. So kita tengok dulu if non-disjunction occur during meiosis 1. Okay, so untuk spermatogenesis, since dia melibatkan male, okay, so means that its chromosome or its sex chromosome is XY. Okay, and then let's say kalau misalnya berlaku non-disjunction during meiosis 1, so what happened to this homologous chromosome? It is failed to separate. So means that in one cell here, okay, it will have both X and also Y chromosome in one cell, while in the other cell there is no sex chromosome. And then meiosis 2 will occur normally. So what happened? Okay, sister chromatid will be separated. So in this cell dia akan ada satu X chromosome and then dia akan ada satu Y chromosome, as well as the second cell dia akan ada satu X chromosome and also satu Y chromosome. But here there is no sex chromosome. Okay, so the sperm produced will be, untuk yang pertama dia akan ada sperm, or we can say that this is an abnormal sperm that carry XY chromosome. This is also the abnormal sperm that carry XY chromosome. And then this is the sperm that is carry no sex chromosome. Okay. And also the fourth sperm, also it is the sperm that carry no sex chromosome. So what happen if all of these abnormal sperm fertilize with normal ovum that carry X chromosome? So kalau kita tengok yang pertama, bila sperm yang XY fertilize with normal ovum with X chromosome, so it will become XXY. Okay, same as the second sperm, the second abnormal sperm yang carry XY chromosome, bila dia fertilize dengan normal ovum with X chromosome, it will also produce zygote with XXY. So XXY genotype here, okay, this person kita consider, okay, it has Klinefelter syndrome. Okay, and then for this abnormal sperm here that carry no sex chromosome, okay, if it is fertilized with normal ovum with X chromosome, with one X chromosome, so here dia akan jadi XO. This one also will become XO. So XO means this person will suffer by it will suffer from the disease that we call as Turner syndrome. Okay. Then kita compare dengan if non-disjunction in spermatogenesis occur during meiosis 2. So sama juga, since dia adalah proses non-disjunction that occur in spermatogenesis, so it will involve male. So male will carry X and also Y chromosome. So meiosis 1 will occur normally. So what happened to this homologous chromosome? It will separate to opposite poles. So means that in this cell dia akan ada X chromosome, in this cell dia akan ada Y chromosome. But non-disjunction is occur during meiosis 2. So what happened to the sister chromatid? Sister chromatid fail to separate. So what happened? Di dalam sel ni akan ada 2 X sex chromosome, while this one tak ada sex chromosome. Okay, and then for second, this one dia akan ada 2 Y chromosome. This one dia tak akan ada sex chromosome. Okay, so later sperm will be produced. So this will become abnormal sperm with 2 X chromosome. Okay, and then this is the sperm with no sex chromosome. The abnormal sperm with no sex chromosome. Okay, and then this is also the abnormal sperm with no sex chromosome. Okay, this one it will become abnormal sperm with YY chromosome. Okay, because dekat sini dia ada YY, sorry. So this is the abnormal sperm with 2Y chromosome. This is the abnormal sperm with no sex chromosome. Okay, so when all of these abnormal sperm fertilize with normal ovum with X chromosome, so untuk yang pertama, kalau abnormal sperm dia ada 2X chromosome fertilize with normal ovum with X chromosome, so this one it will become XXX. So XXX means this person is suffered from triple X syndrome. Okay, kalau untuk yang kedua, the abnormal sperm with no sex chromosome fertilized with normal ovum, so it will become XO. XO is Turner syndrome. Okay, so for the third abnormal sperm with 2Y chromosome, YY chromosome, fertilized with normal ovum with X chromosome, so it will produce zygote with XYY. So XYY means XYY syndrome. Okay, and then the last one, if the abnormal sperm with no sex chromosome fertilized with normal ovum with X chromosome, so it will produce XO. Okay, so XO means Turner syndrome. Okay, so now we look at the process of non-disjunction in oogenesis. Okay, so the non-disjunction in oogenesis also can occur during meiosis 1 or meiosis 2. So we look at the non-disjunction during meiosis 1 first. Okay, so what happened if non-disjunction occur during meiosis 1? So this homologous chromosome fail to separate. So means that in one cell it has 2X chromosome here. Okay, while in the other cell there is no sex chromosome. Okay, and then meiosis 2 will occur normally, so means that the sister chromatid will separate and move to the opposite pole. So here in one cell it will have 2X chromosome, the other one also it will have 2X chromosome, but for here, for the third cell there is no sex chromosome. Okay, so the ovum will be produced. Okay, so this is the abnormal ovum with 2X chromosome, as well as this one also the abnormal ovum with 2X chromosome. This is the ovum with no sex chromosome. This is also the ovum with no sex chromosome. Okay, so if fertilization is occur with normal sperm, okay, so normal sperm, it can be either the sperm carry X chromosome or the sperm will carry Y chromosome. Okay, so let's say if this ovum fertilized with sperm that carry X chromosome, so it will produce zygote which is XXX. Okay, and then this one, if this abnormal ovum with 2X chromosome fertilized with sperm that carry Y chromosome, it will become XXY. Okay, and then for this one, if this abnormal ovum with no sex chromosome fertilized with sperm that carry X chromosome, so it will become XO. Okay, why the other one? If this abnormal ovum with no sex chromosome fertilized with sperm that carry Y chromosome, so it will become YO. Okay, so YO usually die. Okay, because of what? Y chromosome cannot carry any genes, so it cannot survive. Okay, so XXX means Turner syndrome. XXX means triple X syndrome. XXY is Klinefelter syndrome. Okay, XO is Turner syndrome. Okay, so this is all possible genetic disorder that can be produced if non-disjunction during oogenesis occur at meiosis 1. So we look at non-disjunction in oogenesis during meiosis 2. Okay, so this one will involve XX chromosome, and then meiosis 1 will occur normally. So what happened, the homologous chromosome will separate and move to the opposite pole. So dekat sini dia akan ada X, dekat sini pun akan ada X chromosome. Alright, and then non-disjunction occur during meiosis 2. So what happened, the sister chromatid fail to separate. So in this cell, in this gamete, dia akan ada 2 X chromosome. This one dia akan tak ada sex chromosome. This one pun dia akan ada 2 X chromosome. Here there is no sex chromosome, and then ovum will be produced. So this is abnormal ovum with 2 X chromosome. This is the abnormal ovum with no sex chromosome. This is also the abnormal ovum with 2 X chromosome, and here is the abnormal ovum with no sex chromosome. And then if all of this abnormal ovum fertilized with normal sperm that carry either X and also Y chromosome. So let's say kalau kita tengok yang pertama, okay, here let's say dia fertilize dengan this abnormal ovum with 2 X chromosome fertilized with sperm that carry X chromosome. So it will produce XXX. So XXX means triple X syndrome. Okay, and then for this one, let's say another one, abnormal ovum with 2 X chromosome. Let's say if it is fertilized with the sperm that carry Y chromosome, so it will produce zygote with XXY. So XXY means Klinefelter syndrome. Okay, so now we look at this abnormal ovum with no sex chromosome. If it is fertilized with normal sperm with X chromosome, so it will produce XO. So XO is Turner syndrome. Okay, and then why the last one, if this abnormal ovum with no sex chromosome fertilized with normal sperm that carry Y chromosome, so it will produce YO. So YO usually die. Okay, so this is the process of non-disjunction that occurred in oogenesis. Okay. Okay, so now we look at non-disjunction in autosome. Example, non-disjunction that occur in chromosome 21. So, first, di sini kita ada 2 chromosome 21. So, let's say if non-disjunction occur during meiosis 1 in chromosome 21. So, what happened to this homologous chromosome? It is failed to separate. So, means that in this cell, it will have 2 chromosome 21, but in the other cell, there is no chromosome 21. Okay, and then meiosis 2 will occur normally. So, what happened to the sister chromatid? It will separate and move to opposite pole. Okay, this one also, the sister chromatid separate. So, here dia akan ada 2 chromosome 21. Sama juga dengan the second cell. Akan ada 2 chromosome 21. Okay, and then this is the cell with no chromosome 21. This is also the gamete with no chromosome 21. So let's say if fertilization is occur, okay, and then the gamete is normal, dia akan bawa satu lagi chromosome 21 here. Okay, this one also, okay, the gamete will carry 1 chromosome 21. Okay, so untuk yang pertama, dia dah ada, dalam gamete dia dah ada 2 chromosome 21. So bila berlaku fertilization and the gamete bring another 1 chromosome 21, so means that that person will have 3 chromosome 21. Okay, so this one we call as trisomy 21. Because of what? It will have an extra chromosome 21 in their cell. Okay, this one also dia akan ada extra 1 chromosome 21. So this is also we call as trisomy 21. Okay, but here this is the cell with no chromosome 21. Bila berlaku fertilization with the other gamete yang carry another 1 chromosome 21, so it will produce a zygote with only 1 chromosome 21. So this case we call as monosomy 21. Okay, and then here is also monosomy 21.